Good evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to another edition of Legends from the Past and the Future. I am Armand. This is Ayana Muyel, and that's Roger Parker. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, hey, good evening, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Awesome,
Hello,
awesome.
everybody.
We're gonna have a nice time tonight. But before we get started, how was your day today, Ayana?
It was pretty good, very productive, out hitting the streets and, securing more clients. That's what it's all about. That's what my day was about today. How about you?
Man, well, I had son duty tonight. Today. I had to take my mother to an appointment, so it was
Oh,
pretty
good.
good.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's right.
Yeah,
Take care
absolutely.
of mama.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
How about you, Raj? How was your day today?
Today was a great day. I had the opportunity to talk to one of my old soldiers, and we reminisced and talk about some people that not here anymore. But it was good. It was good to see her and everything, and catch up. And it was just a great day. It was. The weather wasn't too bad. Wasn't nobody in the gym when I went in there. Oh God, I love that. So I just had a great time today. But then I came home and found out that my grandson ate up everything. That's why I kicked him. That's all he
Leave
do
that
is
grandson alone.
go to work. He 22 now. He a roommate. Grandson status gone. That's a roommate right there.
Oh,
I
boy.
ain't put that boy in the I
This-
love him to death. I had him since he was 18 months. So, he like a son. He really ain't a grandson.
Yeah, he was in the gym about 10 o'clock last night, man. He hit it twice yesterday.
Wow.
I couldn't
Yeah.
sleep. I couldn't sleep.
He's showing off, man. He's showing
I
off.
couldn't sleep. When I can't sleep, I go to the gym. It ain't like when I was in Korea when I couldn't sleep, had a drink. Looking up and telling me, I wonder what everybody doing in the States.
Hey, so look, everybody. Roger is our comedian. He's our comedian. He keeps it live for us, all the way live. I tell you, I'm not gonna lie.
I tell you what.
Hey, but we got a live event tonight, man. We got two legendary saxophonists tonight.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. Sophisticated Lady Productions presents Sexy and Saxxy. Wade Campbell and I don't want to butcher her name, but Miss Grayson. She's with us tonight. But before we bring them on, we're gonna play a little clipping from one of their shows.
All right.
It's gonna be awesome.
Without further ado,
Wow.
here she is,
That was awesome.
Miss Grayson. Miss Grayson, how are you doing tonight? Did we lose her?
It looked like she was still downloading.
Yeah, we lost her, huh?
She coming back.
Yeah, she coming back.
Yeah. At least on mine, I see it circling. Like she down still,
Yeah.
buffering.
Okay.
Look like it's buffering on mine. I don't know if anybody else see that.
I don't see it. Mm-mm.
What did you
I
do,
don't see
Roger?
Nothing, First Sergeant. I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't do anything.
Here she comes.
There she go. You
Here
see?
she comes.
Yeah, okay.
Here she is. Hello, Miss Grayson. How you doing?
You
Can
see
you
her?
hear me?
I don't see her.
Yeah, she's on.
There she go.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once we fix our technical difficulties, we'll be right with our guests. Miss Grayson, if you want to come out, if you want to leave out and come back in, you can try that.
It's technology for you, man.
Mhm.
And she was on here all this time, and then as soon as the show starts, whoop.
I'm telling you, holding a conversation. We were holding a conversation. Wow.
I'm looking forward to
Computers,
interviewing her. What
Computer.
we've seen so
Somebody,
far was
Faye-
amazing.
I know.
Faye Belt said she see her.
She said,
That's
She's
what Faye
on.
Belt said.
just can't hear her. She's on it twice. Wow.
Yeah.
Miss Grayson, can you hear us? Hello? Wow.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. How you doing? Can you hear me? Miss Grayson.
Man. You got an awesome smile.
Oh man. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be one of those nights, man. Anyway, so Roger, how's the workouts been going for you?
Yo.
Until we, huh?
It's been going good, man. I'm telling you right now, you know, after that incident in April, you know, and everything just, you know, God just, because, you know, it's close call, but God has really, really blessed me. You know, he only take care of babies and fools. Everybody know I ain't no baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's right.
Everybody already know that. So, but pretty soon, you know, everything go right on the 30th. I'm off meds and my numbers are so good. They're talking about I probably won't have to take anything.
That's good.
Awesome. Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Wow. I know you said you don't want to train people, but I mean, you know how many people would benefit from that? Like whatever you did, whatever your regimen was to get there, I think you should think about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And just let everybody out there know we're having difficulties with our guests. Go ahead, say it again.
You heard what Ayana said. I should train people. I mean, look.
Yeah, people, you know, that's a niche audience. People with diabetes and, you know, other ailments, and, you know, you can get them off their medication. Yeah.
They have to. You have to be disciplined. You have to be seriously disciplined in order to beat this thing. Because you know it was really the COVID that got me that took stuff off crazy. So she's here now.
Yeah, Miss Grayson, can you hear us? Hello?
Can you go and get her? You can't do that, huh?
Nah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
It's very choppy.
Yeah, you're freezing up. Yeah, yeah. It's
How's the weather where she at though? I see her moving now,
she
but I
is, huh?
don't. Yeah, I don't hear her. I don't. Oh, she's gone again.
Hmm.
There's people popping up saying they see her though. Yeah, but Yana, you know,
Look, I think we
Uh,
have her now.
yeah, I think
There
we're
she
good.
is.
good. There we
I
go.
can you hear us?
All right, let's see.
Got her.
All right.
She said,
Okay.
"All right, let's see her."
Can you go ahead and say something, Miss Grayson?
Okay. All right. All right. Good
Ah,
evening. Good evening. All right.
Oh, you
yeah.
got the other guy.
You
Good
good?
Yes.
evening.
Wait, go ahead and say something.
Great.
Wait.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry
Hey,
about
look,
the delay.
that's all
Yeah.
right. That's a cool name. Wait, I like that.
Hey, so
I'm gonna keep
hey,
it.
this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna start the show. We're gonna go back down memory lane with both of you, okay? And you can answer the same question. We'll start with you first. Say your first name, please, Miss Grayson.
Theresa.
Ter-
Theresa.
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 Theresa. Okay.
Theresa.
Okay.
Theresa.
Got you. So, where were
Oh,
you
she got
born and raised?
dressed up for you, man. I'm gonna have to step away and go
No,
get dressed
no,
up. Look at her.
no,
No,
no.
you
You know
ain't,
what?
you ain't even gonna do that to me. You ain't even
Listen,
gonna do that
listen,
to me. I'll be back in
listen,
just a
listen.
second. Y'all
Wait,
go on
wait.
like I
I
never,
just
and
knew
I'll
you
make
were
a
coming on
grand
with a
entrance.
jacket.
Don't
You
even
know what?
try it. I'm gonna.
Oh my God. The secret is I've been working out. So I'm
Yeah,
like, let me just pop on this jacket for a minute.
he
Go.
He go grab a jacket. I just knew he was gonna show up with a jacket. Y'all have to understand my wake. Oh my God. Okay. All right.
That's the
Okay.
benefit of being on a virtual show. You know, you can be dressed from the waist up. Nobody else knows what's going on.
Listen. I enjoyed 2020. I'm letting you know.
Hey, I see. We have a nice little friendly competition going there, huh?
Absolutely. I like
Yeah.
that camaraderie. That's awesome.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey, so
Yeah, I'm dressed up. No, I'm not. This is a crinkle, one of my first t-shirts I ever had made.
Teresa.
That jacket. There we
Oh,
go.
there he
There we
is.
go.
Yeah, there he is.
He throwing the
I
whole
ain't going out like that.
Hey, now
I'm
he's in
gonna give me a
So
flower now.
I
Wick. I'm gonna
never
give
know.
me a
I
little
never know
flower.
how she's gonna. I never know how she's gonna show up. She's just so
Right.
versatile. So I figured I'd go in a different direction and probably match what she was gonna do today. And nah, she went switched up on me. All right. I got
I
you. I
love
see
it,
how it
right?
is.
Okay, I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna go get me a big flower right here. Yeah.
There we go. Here we go.
I'm just being go give me a glass of wine.
So how y'all doing?
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're doing good. We are
Great.
doing great. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Can we get started now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So tell me, where were you born and raised, Theresa?
Oh, yay. Okay, I was born in Tyler, Texas. Tyler Rose. Lord have mercy, but I only lived there for 2 years of my life. And then my parents moved to Houston when I was 2 years old, and I was raised right here in Houston. Yep.
Awesome. Well, now, what about you, Wade? Where were you born and raised?
Washington D.C. Washington D.C. Yes.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Look at you. Oh, that's right. Look at you. That's right. I won't
All
look
right.
at Redskins all the way.
That's right.
Or I'm sorry, Commanders. I'll go to that.
Commanders.
I'll do that
Right.
for the show.
Yeah. So now, okay. Growing up, now, was there any influence on either one of you that really made you want to become a musician? With you first, Theresa.
Wow, that's a really like a big one. I'm trying my best to narrow it down. So, I was put into music at a very young age. And so when I started on the saxophone, of course, my instructor at the time, the one thing is, of course, you study, you learn your theory, you learn how to read music. But if you want to become greater than that and play outside of playing with charts, then start studying other, artists. And then I was also had the opportunity to play in my church at the time. So I was 13 years old playing in church with other grand saxophone players or gospel saxophonists. So I had, I was surrounded by it. So I was just one little girl, always the only girl, but I was in there learning and grinding the best I knew how, so I was learning from them, plus having that institutionalized learning from school. So my
Wow.
influences go from all the way to the greatest. I have books all the way around, all around Charlie Parker. I mean, just Larry Till. It just goes on. Ted Nash. It just goes on and on to the greatest, like Kirk Whalum and Gerald Beasley, and one of my favorite, Grover Washington Jr. is my favorite. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's my fave.
But now you sing also. Now somebody else had to really have a great influence on you.
Yeah, so I love. Okay, now I'm not a singer. I just sing what's in my zone, and I stay there, and I'm comfortable with that. So beautiful vocalists such as Sade is one of my favorites, and that's why I choose to do her tune, because she can express and sing and get the message across without doing all the vocal aerobics, and I love that. And her music is great. Think about it. She can do it without all that acrobatics.
Yeah. That is so true.
So she's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what about you, Wake? Who are the great influences on you that made you want to play the saxophone?
Well, you're naturally going to say Charlie Parker and John Coltrane, Grover Washington, and Ronnie Laws. But before I even know who those guys were, they were guys in my area who were playing the saxophone, who impressed me. There was one brother named Benny Sands, who was just unbelievable. There's another guy named, Benny Sands was the first that I saw playing, and he was playing the song "Feelings," and the brother just inspired me. And that was from the very beginning. 11 years old, he was the person that first inspired me. After that, it was a brother named Marshall Keys, and that as I got older, he was just one of the better jazz players in the area. So those two brothers, the one, Marshall Keys and Benny Sands. Before I knew about Charlie Parker and John Coltrane and all the other greats like Cannonball Adderley and Sonny Stitt and so on and so forth. After I was introduced to all of them, I mean, it was just a different world altogether. And then I was fortunate enough to get to Europe for a stint with Howard University. And while I was over there, I guess you miss home. Everybody got homesick. And so everything that was from hot dogs, you saw McDonald's, you saw anything that was looked like it might be American, you gravitated towards it. So I was in a music shop one day and I ran across Grover Washington CD, and then I ran across a Ronnie Laws CD, and I picked it up. And somehow, prior to that, I was strictly a straight ahead guy. But once I ran across those two CDs while in a record store in Europe, and I was listening to the music, I fell in love with it. So then it became Ronnie Laws, Grover Washington, eventually David Sanborn, Tom Scott, and guys like that. That's where I really got started in smooth jazz. Prior to that, all I did was straight ahead.
Well, before I pass it over to Ayana, here's the $1 million question. All right, now, she can sing. Can you sing?
The brother has something that I recorded on one CD. I'm not even gonna mention it though. No, I'm not singing to the extent that she does, but I do have one or two songs that I sang on one of my one of my CDs, but I'm not going to call him out right now.
Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to
Teresa
seeing.
is that person who can do that, and she can do it Sade like, and she can take a song and just milk it for everything it's worth, and not exert a lot of energy, and just blow you away. She can stand there and pose and sing and do all the things that it takes to make a note work.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to play 1,500 notes in order to match it.
Yeah. She is amazing.
Wow,
I'm
wait.
telling you, she is.
Yes,
Oh,
she
that was
is.
so sweet. Thank
On
you.
you, Ayana.
So at what point did you realize that you were good enough to actually do this professionally? Like, and what inspired you to say, you know what, I can do this and actually earn a living from it?
Whoa, that is something. You know what? I guess after working with bands, because while I was okay, so I stayed in music all throughout grade school, through college, and beyond. So I was always a part of bands, and playing in bands, I didn't necessarily have to play lead. I was just maybe played horn lines or whatever, but I got pushed to the front. So I had to start playing lead as I started moving from different bands. And that was a hard thing to do. And it's kind of like what Wake was saying, like once you start listening and homing in on your craft and what it is that you want to do, it takes a lot of practice. I mean, I had to listen to vocalists to understand how to interpret how they sung their songs and how they got the message across. And once I was able to get that down, I knew that I could do this. But it took a minute. It took playing in different places, playing with other bands, playing with my own band, and just practicing all the time. And then that's when I decided to record that first album in 2009, 2010. That's when that break off of Theresa Grayson as a solo artist came out. It was birthed at that point. I started recording, I got my chops up well enough, went back to school and earned some more training and education and some more certifications under me so that I can be greater than what I was. Okay. Because I knew that what I was doing at that time, before that, it wasn't good enough. So I kind of did that Charlie Parker. I went back and, went in there and got some more training. And around 2010, that's when that break off with that solo career began with me.
Awesome. How about you, Wake?
Yeah.
Well, with me, it was while I was in Europe, I got a chance to play, and we were getting paid for that while we were over there with Howard University. But I signed up for an Army band. And with the Army band system, you're already a professional musician. You're already playing and making money, and you can stay there for 20 years or better, and you can do all kinds of incredible things within the Army band system. They have all kinds of special bands that you can be a part of, where you do specific styles of music and just that style of music. And in some cases that elevated ranks and so on and so forth. So it was at that point that I knew that it was possible to be a professional at it. And you still had to have some training. You can't, not just anyone can be in an Army band. You still have to go there, and you have to go to the School of Music, and you have to do well and pass graduate from the School of Music. But in my case, I'd already gone to a couple of years at Howard, and then I had great training in the school high school that I was in. They had an incredible music program. I was also in the DC Orchestra music program as well. So I had a step ahead of a lot of the other guys who were starting out from scratch. They were simply just high school band members and so on and so forth who were at the Army School of Music. I had a great jazz program at my high school band, so that was helpful. But again, when it came to joining the military band, I was right there that I realized it was easy. Now, what Tress is referring to as far as realizing that you can play a little bit, that took a little longer. That was after getting out the military and then going ahead and then testing the waters and seeing what could be done, what I could do up against other musicians, and just it was in the end is you had to have the passion. And once I realized I had the passion for it, there was no stopping me. It was what I wanted to do. It was all I wanted to do. It was who I was in the end. So at that point, there was no stopping me. That I was on that path, and there was no turning back.
That is awesome. And so, how did the two of you meet?
And I guess we have to.
It was in Houston.
It was in Houston. It was through the person who set this up, Sophisticated Lady Productions. She decided that we should work together, and that was all it took.
Yeah, so there was a venue that's not far from where I live, in one of the outside cities, like Sugar Land, Missouri City. It's not in the Houston. It's still a part of Houston, but it's a sub-city. But anyway, so I was performing there. I was one of their artists that would perform there. Sophisticated Lady brought in Wait, and the owner, I believe those two got together and thought it would be a good idea. Well, like, hey, let's bring her and him. And we wind up, doing a show together, just like that. And it was great chemistry. And then that's when our agent signed me under her and began to work for me and the both of us. So, and we've been with her. I know I've been with her ever since. He had already known her, but I've been with her ever since. And she's a wonderful, Veronica McCreary is a wonderful, wonderful soul. There's nobody like her. And we really appreciate what she does. I second
that. One of the hardest working women, persons, period. And I mean, she's awesome. She's like I say, James Brown is the hardest working man in entertainment. She's got to be the second hardest working person that I know in the industry. So love her, love her, love her, love her, love her. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Roger?
Absolutely.
Theresa, how you pronounce it? I'm messing it up. Me and Armin went to the same school.
The rest. You so
see, we practice.
The rest.
Okay, we got it now. The rest.
Yes.
You're already at a certain point with your music. Where do you see yourself going with your music in the future?
In the future, I see my music definitely taking a huge turn into the gospel industry. That's where my beginnings, and actually my very first CD, I have not really, they're spiritual songs, and it has a mixture between spiritual and I guess inspirational songs. And so I thought, why not go back to that where I came from? And so my next album that will be released soon is a full gospel CD. And you know what? And the thing of it is, I love what I do, and I appreciate the people that understand that as an artist. Yes, I'm not out here playing, derogatory music or music that's bad for your soul. I'm blessed to play music that's good for your soul. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, good for your soul. So no matter if I'm playing Sarah Smile or Just My Imagination or something spiritual, I'm performing from my heart music that is uplifting and inspiring, and that is my philosophy. That is my, what I believe in, is inspiring my audience in every way that I can, and through whatever genre that I'm performing in and ministering to. So yeah,
a friend of mine, he once said, he's a musician. He said, people can go to school and learn how to play, but the best artists play with their soul. And I think that's the category you fall in. You play with your soul, as you had mentioned. You play what's good for people, no derogatory stuff, stuff that people really need to hear. and it's great to see that you going towards the gospel thing and all that good stuff. No matter what you do, you always come back home. Yeah. I mean, you always even on a visit, and you're doing great. So
thank you.
What happened to Wake?
I don't know. He popped off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hopefully, but yeah.
Yeah. No, you good. Go ahead.
No, so what I was getting ready to say was that when I'm performing, I love the fact that I'm able to play the R&B and the smooth jazz or whatever that is, and then come on Sunday, I can get in the church and minister to the people. And the thing of it is, you say come back home, and I love that because in a sense, I really never left home, because even while I was playing in venues or doing jazz festivals, I was still doing church anniversaries, pastors' anniversaries, doing Sunday morning ministries. I was still always involved, entangled in that, no matter what. So I always had the best of both worlds. And just like Kirk Whalum, I look at him as like the trailblazer that broke the ground for that. I'm like, yeah, thank you, because now I can definitely play my R&B and play some cool stuff, and I can come in here and break it down, and we can have some word of God through ministry of music.
Cool stuff in the church and cool stuff outside the church. You all over it. I'm gonna give you back the honor. Yeah, you all over it.
Thank you.
So we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
Okay. Deja.
Sexy
and
Saxxy. Prepare to be swept away by the soulful melodies and masterful performances of Teresa Grayson and Wade Campbell, two sensational saxophonists ready to take you on an unforgettable musical journey. Teresa Grayson. She has captivated audiences worldwide, leaving them mesmerized by her brilliance and musical finesse. Wade Campbell. His dynamic stage presence and infectious energy create an electrifying atmosphere with some of the sexiest melodies you will ever hear. Teresa Grayson and Wade Campbell. Smooth jazz, R&B grooves, gospel inspiration, and pop saxophonists. Teresa Grayson and Wade Campbell will create an atmosphere of bliss and leave you yearning for more. Don't miss out on this opportunity to witness these extraordinary saxophonists in action. Book through Sophisticated Lady Production Company, 720-409-9401.
Okay, now I showed my mother. I showed my mother your picture and Wake's picture.
Okay.
And when I showed my mother your picture, she said, "Oh, she's sexy." And then when I showed her Wake's picture, she said, "Oh, he's sexy too." So which one of you are sexy and which one of you are sexy?
Oh, my mom, something else.
I know.
She is something else. Gotta think about that.
Good question.
I know. Who is the one?
So now, okay, we're going to move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right.
On to the next one. So now you're gonna grace us with an album of just vocal expertise, or will it be a combination?
It's going to be a combination.
Okay.
And it's really interesting that you're really sort of going back to that vocal piece.
Yeah.
And I've been asked about that a lot. They're like, T, you need to do a little bit more vocals, man. You really, and I guess because, again, just like Wake said, this is our passion. This is what we love. And, I just feel like I can express more with that, but I'm going to add more vocal pieces in my live show, and I'll do more vocal pieces on some of my work. And I think probably every album except for the gospel album has vocal pieces that I like. Literally, I'm singing the entire song. I wrote a song in French on my album that's entitled World Blue. Yeah, I love French. So I wrote a song in English and in French, and I recorded it. And I wrote it. I mean, I created. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And it's a video. Actually, it's a video on YouTube. It's called Je t'adore. So it's I love you in French. And it's a YouTube video out on that. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing more. I'll do more vocals. I'm working on it. I am.
Yes, you can. I say this again. I said it earlier, but you can sing. You know, you can really sing. I really
Oh,
enjoyed your saxophone. I enjoyed your singing too. You are really awesome. So now what did you major in
thank
college?
you. Okay. Okay. So I majored in my undergrad. I majored in music, uh, jazz studies and performance, and fashion merchandising. Now, coming from, oh God, my high school and my middle school years were so amazing. Going into college is a rude awakening, just like with sports, with music and everything else. When you're thrown in that arena, it's like, oh my God, this is a lot. Well, it was a lot for me. So I wound up changing my major. I kept music as a minor because I'm like, I got to stay in the bands. I was in jazz band, but it was until after I graduated and I realized I didn't have enough knowledge and to really express what I wanted to express in music. And I wanted to record and I wanted to play out, like what I'm doing now. That's when I went back to school to earn my degree in music. So I had to turn around and go back and get it. When I say I had to turn around and go back and get it, I did. And it was insane. It was insane. But I'm glad I did it. And at the time, my professor was Dr. Woody Witt from North Texas and from U of H. And he was like, listen, don't record, don't do anything. Right now, because I had grown my chops. I was out there playing. I was, in our embouchure. When I say chops, my embouchure was all messed up. Yeah. So I had to I had to go back and reform. I'm like, I am this grown woman, got to sit here and start all over again. I'm not feeling this right now
Mhm.
at all. So, yeah, and I had to have this grown man to tell me what to do.
Are you a Leo or are you a Sagittarius?
I'm a Libra.
Ah. Mm.
So, yeah. So once I received what I needed, I was able to go out there and kick the door down because I had people like literally in my corner, like growing up in the music industry. Wake will tell you when you shed and you go into these little ready rooms and you go into these little dungeons and you get in there with those musicians that are bebopping out. Because I came from straight ahead too. That's what you play. You play big band music and you play straight ahead in school. They don't allow you to play all that cool, smooth jazz and all. That's not, no, that's not there. That's not until you get out and start doing your own. So it was insane for me. It really was. And it was so hard because I was always around men and I was always around musicians that knew. They worked with Conrad Johnson. They worked with some of the best artists and professors in the entire world. They were like, no, you need to play like a man. And that's what I was told. You need to play like a
Wow.
man.
Wow. Wow.
So that
Mm.
was my goal. And when I showed up again, oh, Toe, you got it. You play like a man. Yeah. Yeah. So I had all kind of crazy nicknames. But yeah, so that's what I did. I had to go and get it. And
Yeah.
I wanted to be respected because as a female, an African American female artist, it is so hard to get that respect
Mm.
and to get on those stages and those platforms where you can share the stage with these men, and no matter what race they were, you can just you can get on there and do your thing. You can hold your own. That was important to me, very important.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
On you, Ayana.
Absolutely, I love that. And so, what has been some of your favorite places that you have played?
Ooh. Uh, Let me see. I love uh, the jazz festival. So that particular video that you guys showed prior to us coming on the show, that's one of my favorites. The Long Beach Jazz Festival is so cool and so much fun. It is packed out. That's one of my favorites. I've done so many cool jazz, especially the jazz festivals that honor artists that have gone on before us, like the Zachary Bro Jazz Festival that's in Port Arthur here in Texas. I've had the opportunity to do some of this. I had the opportunity to do the Jazz Festival there in Baltimore. I think it's the Afro, I forgot the name of it, but I've done it years ago. It was amazing. So I've had the opportunity to do some great things and work with some great artists. Did y'all know that I even had a chance to tour with Michael Bolton?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just, I've had some great experience. I had the opportunity to audition for the Beyonce's all-girl band way back in the early 2000s. And so that was a lot of fun. I got a chance to meet a lot of great female musicians from around the world. And that's how I got the connection to work with Michael Bolton, because there was an artist, Jessie J, out of LA. She was touring with him, and then she started breaking up into her solo career. So we connected back then on MySpace, y'all. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Y'all remember that? Oh my God.
Nope.
Of course.
Stop it. Stop it. Come on. No. Yeah, MySpace. Okay. Yeah. It worked. It worked, didn't it? Yeah. But I had the chance to work with some great artists. Ronnie Laws. Yay, is he back? Okay. Turn your phone on, wait.
He on his way.
Way up. Oh, sorry.
He on his way.
Oh man.
You know.
I guess we lost Saxxy now. That's Saxxy. Which one?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
She
While we wait for them both to come back.
Yeah.
There we go.
She back.
With the rest of. Oh.
Yeah. One of those nights.
She was in and out.
Okay, there we go.
She back.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right. So on the flip side, what was one of your craziest moments while you were out on tour?
Okay. So this one, I said, Lord have mercy. I guess we all, see, that's, honey. Okay. And this one just happened just recent. I've gone through some situations. I'm like, I thought maybe I was immune, people falling off the stage or going too close to the stage and falling off. I haven't done that yet. Lord, let me find some wood. Hold on. Okay. All right. So and it just happened recently, Ayana. So I did something was called the Sax Sister Tour. It's our first, it was in Vegas, and it was amazing. It was 7 beautiful, talented saxophonists. So my time to go up, I've been wearing these shoes that, and they were good. So how about it was only when I walked off stage and was doing my audience stroll, okay? And something kind of weird was going on with the shoe, because I wear the platforms with the heels, right? So I kind of kicked it up, and I was like, okay, it's working. I was able, thank you, Jesus, able to walk up the steps and walk back down. Thank God. Let me tell you how this worked. So the song that I was playing had ended, and I was giving my wave, but I was still in front of the audience, and you still on stage no matter what, where you are. So I was walking, and all of a sudden I went, kunk. I said, oh, kunk, kunk again. I said, oh. So I had to stop, sat in a little seat in the, in the audience. Thank goodness somebody was sitting there, and I just began to take my little shoes off because I was headed back on stage to give my last goodbye. You should have heard the women shout, girl, go ahead and take them off, girl. Girl, you do the Fantasia. She did it too, girl. God, I would have got on the shoes a long time ago.
Oh man.
Okay, so that was, you say craziest moment, honey? That was a crazy moment. And I walked on stage waving, my shoes in my hand, my horn in the other hand. Okay, thank y'all. Okay. Thank goodness I had another pair. Girl, that was too much.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Oh my gosh, that was too much.
Yeah, the whole platform just popped off. I'm going, where you going?
So we thought
Wake
Wake had left us. You know, he was
changed
having
his clothes.
technical
No,
Did he
I had to
change
do. I
clothes?
had to do. We normally do a wardrobe change. I mean, she's a little late doing hers, but I figured I'd go ahead and do mine, get it out of the way before she did hers. So
Okay,
she's
you
going to
know
do a
what? Wait,
wardrobe change
that's all
any
right.
second now.
That's all right. It's your turn, Wake. Okay, y'all go ahead, go to Wake. Okay.
Mhm.
Y'all watch her when she comes back.
I love it. So we were just talking about, you know, some of your favorite places, some of the favorite places that you have played, as well as some of your craziest moments.
Favorite places I played. You know what? I would have to go back to and I'm gonna simply answer the question. It was years ago, and I was in St. Gallen, Switzerland, again with Howard University, and there was a brother playing piano with us. His name was Kirk Stewart, who's passed away since then. He was one of the most phenomenal keyboarders. I mean, it was when he played, it was like raindrops, but melodic raindrops. It was just incredible. This brother could play. And anyway, he was performing. I mean, we were all young. He was performing at a jazz spot, and which made sense in downtown St. Gallen, someplace. And that's where we were doing the show that we were doing. And he invited some of us, the jazz players, and we were all in his band. He had at Howard University, he had the B band. There's an A band, there's a B band. We were in the B band, and he was the director. And he invited his, the guys that he liked the most to come with him to Europe. So anyway, we're at this spot, and it's I don't know. I think it's like I came in through the back or something, but all of us were in the back. All the horn players that were there that night were in the back, and we'd all walk up one at a time and play. And there was a song that I really liked playing. It was called "A Child Is Born," and I hadn't played it enough to where I'd gotten. I'm not tired of it now. I love the song, but I was just infatuated with that song. I loved that song, and everybody else had played, and it was it was all great. But he called me up, and I selected that song, and the band was incredible. I don't know where he got the guys from in the band. But they were incredible, and he was phenomenal. I loved playing behind him, and I did that song. And somebody in the crowd told everybody to be quiet, or they just went shh, and everybody got quiet as quiet as a pin drop. And I played that song, and it was one of my absolute favorite performances and favorite venues to play because of that moment. So I don't know why that has always stood out. I mean, I was young, and I had a very nice sound. I was playing soprano saxophone. I had just bought a brand new soprano saxophone with the money I'd made in the area. So doing that gig, I'd gone to I don't know, somewhere Zurich, somewhere far away from the city that I was in, and purchased the horn and then came back. But I played it, and I just had an incredible time. So that would be my favorite spot. I don't even know the name of the spot, but that would be my favorite performance. And what you said, what was the next question?
Look.
Some of your craziest moments.
Craziest moments?
You got something flashy on.
Craziest moments, I'd have to say the moments where I got my butt handed to me on stage. Those were some of my craziest moments. Where let me see, where things didn't go quite as well as I would have liked. I'll tell you one. There was one moment where I was performing, and um, I've done a lot of writing, so I hadn't done a lot of uh, playing tenor saxophone. So I had to play tenor saxophone on this night. And if you're not playing the instrument regularly, the instrument will let you know. But this particular night, I was playing tenor, and someone called a particular song something that I really enjoy playing, and song I really enjoy playing. And so I got through the verse, and I was looking forward to taking that solo and just having fun during that section, because I knew I loved this song, and I knew there she is. I knew I loved that song, and so I got it. Then I started playing, and I got to the solo, and I'm distracted, of course. And I got to the solo, and she does it all the time.
Excuse me, bro. Excuse me.
And that's it. You got to the solo.
Anyway, long story short, I couldn't play all the way through because I hadn't been practicing the horn, and it was just it's just what should happen in a situation like that. Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say too. See, you ruined my story. Here I am trying to tell my humorous story, and she does it all. See, I'm used to it. She does it all the time.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, my sister.
Right.
Oh man, you two are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, it's good. You know what? It's good that we get along.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out. I hear so many times where people work together, and it's not a great thing. I can't tell you the number of groups that I know of that where they don't work out. So it happens, but we're fortunate.
Awesome.
Well, just on you.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, yeah, because he probably going to change now, but you can't. you threw me off because you walked over by the dog, and I said she got some shiny stuff. I started laughing. That kind of messed the story up, I said karate between you guys is awesome. I can see this competitive thing is like all the time. This competitive thing between you two, that's all the time. So
yes, it is.
I thought you would change up to something else. I'm glad you didn't do that. But so you said you was in the military, because then she would have came back with something. It became a fashion show. It would have became a fashion show. So you were in the military, right, Wake? You were in the military?
Yes, I was for a little bit. Yes.
How long did you serve?
That's about 10 years.
10 years, because between Armin and myself, 52 years in the Army.
Look at y'all.
wow.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for yours. And so Aressa, this question is for both of y'all. So when she answer, if she don't go change, then you answer. But after you guys finish doing, making all the money and all these great records and all that, either one of you ever think about going back to your alma maters and teach? Does that cross your mind later on down the road?
Good question.
That is interesting. I'm already an educator. So, I taught music since 2007, and now I'm counseling. So I think whether I go back to my alma mater or not, I'm still going to always educate, because I have adults that still want to learn how to play the saxophone. And so I will be that educator for life. And I'm going to take it a step further. Unless God put me down, this saxophone is going to be in my hand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I wouldn't. I don't think that I would. I'm not the teacher that Theresa is, but at the same time, I'm always willing to speak with someone as they walk when they walk up to me. Someone who's willing to learn, and I think any real musician it would as well. I don't think there are there are too many of us out there that are just going to push off someone who's really trying to learn. I'd like to think that that's not happening out there, but no, I don't mind passing on anything that I learned along the way. I mean, there are a lot of lessons that you'd like to give out. You'd like to give to those who are coming up and trying to do what you're doing. You want to inspire them, because in the end, you can't teach passion. And without the passion, it doesn't matter. And that's one of the first things I would tell you. You have to have a passion for it. If you don't have a passion for it, then don't bother, because you're going to need the passion when people start telling you that you can't do this and you can't do that. And when things don't go exactly the way they're supposed to, you have to appreciate the work that you have to put in. You have to appreciate, when it comes to wind instruments, you have to appreciate the long tones and appreciate the scales and the patterns and transcribing solos. And there's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes before you see a Kirk Whalum or a Everett Harp or a Boney James or anybody else up there trying to do the things. You have to know who all the and know their music, all the legends are from the past. So there's a lot of work. So when I say passion, you have to have a passion for it. That's like the football players and basketball players sleep with their basketballs. You have to sleep with your horn, and you have to recite the scales and sing the scales and do all the things like that are going to make you a better player. All the things that are not fun. And then you're going to, even as you advance, you still have to struggle. You have to force yourself to do the hard stuff, not the easy things, in order to just stay in shape. It's like a weightlifter. Eventually you lift heavier and heavier and heavier weights, and then you do what you need to do for different body parts. I mean, all of that matters. You have to decide what type of musician you want to be, what style or genre you want to play, and so on and so forth. Then you have to learn that style and genre as well. So this is a lot of work. So you have to have that passion, and you can't teach that. So that's the first thing I'm gonna tell you. If you're not passionate about it, I'll show you a trick or two, and that'll be it. But the more passionate you are, the more questions you're gonna have. The more questions I'm gonna be more than happy to answer.
Oh, that's great. Before I pass the arm, I want to say it was an absolute pleasure to be on the show with you two. I would just love to just be a fly on the wall, because I know that challenging, that changing their clothes is just the spark.
No, it's more than that, because I will not trust him in a city driving anywhere.
What is this thing?
All right, I'm gonna pass y'all the arm. Go ahead, Armin.
Because we will get lost.
You see that? We've got to every gig that we had to get to, so don't even try it.
We got there. Amazing.
While she was in the back asleep, getting her beauty rest.
That's right. Man. And I woke up and we were driving in circles, and I was wondering I'm like, why does this car keep turning? Why is this?
We have yet to miss a stage. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her.
Oh man, you two are hilarious. I gotta echo what Roger said. It has really been great. I do have one more question for you. I can play the keyboard and the drum. What do I have to do to be a part of Sexy and Saxxy?
Hey, go ahead.
More cowbell. No, I was kidding.
Hey, go ahead.
Well, all I can say is I haven't seen the first wardrobe change, so you're missing out.
You got the wardrobe changed down.
It's gonna be a wardrobe trade.
Oh man. Hey, Yanni, is there anything you want to say to him before I close us out?
Just this has been a great show. Thank you so much for joining
you.
us, and we hope to see you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I want to do do again a shout out to Miss Veronica McCreary, Sophisticated Lady, for all that she does and putting this together.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know you stole my
Awesome.
thunder. You stole my thunder, Wake. I want you to know that, all right? Okay. I was gonna do that. You can start circling and go back out again, okay?
So we ain't gonna do that.
But anyway,
you know the more you push the company, the better. So
yes,
please mention it again.
There you go.
you know, Veronica and I, we
Miss K
spent
Lady.
Hey, Veronica and I spent numerous time on hours. Now, well, I say minutes. I'm stretching when I say hours. We spent a lot of time on the phone and getting things together for this night, and I really appreciate her. You know, that night that I had walked up to you in Washington D.C. to try to get this going, you said, you know, talk to her, don't talk to me. You know, and hey, I can see why. You know, that's great what you guys have for your manager. You know, nobody try to undercut or anything like that. You really appreciate her, and I can see that, and I appreciate her as well. And to everyone out there that's been watching, you know, you have to see these two perform. You know, whenever they come to Baltimore
Absolutely.
or whenever they come to
Absolutely.
DC, you have to go and watch them perform. You know, it's a show that you will not believe. Every Wednesday, we are on at 8 o'clock. Next week, we're going to have the Annapolis High 1978 state football team, championship football team next week. So join us again next week for another live edition of Legends from the Past and the Future. And how can I forget? Let's give it up for Deja. You know, look, Deja
Hey, Deja.
is of our media production, and thank you, Deja.
Yeah, good job.
All
Thank
right.
you, Deja.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Everybody out there, see you next week, and peace.
Bye, everybody. God
Bye.
bless.